Hey, it's Kate from Prenursing Smarter. I'm in the Prenursing Smarter TEAS 7 question bank, and we're going to be doing a 10-question random science quiz. I highly recommend this to anyone looking to prepare for the TEAS. It includes full practice exams and randomized question banks. Question number 1. During which of the following stages does crossing over occur? Choose only one best answer. Option A, mitosis prophase. Option B, meiosis prophase 1. Option C, meiosis prophase 2. Option D, interphase. I'll give you a hint. Crossing over occurs in meiosis. The answer is B, meiosis prophase 1. Crossing over enhances genetic recombination and variety during meiosis prophase 1. So this is all about independent assortment and mixing up those alleles to create new reproductive cells with genetic variety. Crossing over does not occur during mitosis, since the goal is to create identical daughter cells. And then interphase is when DNA replication happens, and that will start either the process of mitosis or meiosis. Question number 2. What type of bond links complementary base pairs in DNA? Choose only one best answer. A, hydrogen bonds. B, ionic bonds. C, covalent bonds. Or D, nitrogen bonds. What type of bond links complementary base pairs in DNA? The answer is A, hydrogen bonds. For the TEAS, memorize that hydrogen bonds are in DNA. Ionic bonds are not involved in DNA base pairing. They're too strong. And covalent bonds are also not involved in DNA base pairing. They are also too strong because DNA needs to unzip, right, for replication. And then nitrogen bonds are not necessarily a focus of the TEAS for DNA. Question 3. What is the functional unit of a muscle? Choose one best answer. A, actin. B, myosin. C, myofibril. Or D, sarcomere unit. What is the functional unit of a muscle? D, sarcomere unit. So muscle is made of groups of fibers. Actin are the thin filaments. Myosin are the thick filaments, and then myofibrils are the muscle fibers that are made of sarcomere units. So these are the foundational functional units of a muscle, and they're made of actin and myosin. If you gather all of these together, you get a myofibril. Knowing this building of muscle tissue from actin and myosin up to myofibril is great to memorize for the TEAS. Question 4. Which of the following is correct based on anatomical terms? Choose one best answer. A, the shoulder joint is proximal to the neck. B, the elbow joint is superior to the shoulder. C, the thoracic superior to the cervical. D, the thumb is on the lateral aspect of the hand. The answer is D. The thumb is on the lateral aspect of the hand. So for this, you need to put the body in anatomical position where the thumb is basically sticking out. It's not how we might walk around where the thumb is more towards your thigh or inner body. Instead, it's turned out. Option A is incorrect. Proximal means closer to the trunk of the body, and the shoulder is distal, so further away from the body's midline. Option B is incorrect. When the body is in anatomical position, the elbow is below the shoulder, so the elbow is inferior. Again, picture the body in anatomic position, not with your hands above your head. Option C is incorrect because the thoracic back, the low back, these vertebrae are inferior to the cervical vertebrae in the neck, so they're below. Superior means above. Option D is correct. When the body is in the anatomical position, the thumb is pointing out away from the body. Therefore, it is on the lateral aspect. Question 5. Which type of microscope provides the highest magnification? Choose one best answer. A. Bright field microscope. B. Differential interface contrast microscope. C. Electron microscope. Or D. Confocal scanning laser microscope. Which type of microscope provides the highest magnification? The answer is C. Electron microscope. The electron microscope, remember for the TEAS, is the highest amount of magnification. You might see so many different types of microscopes, but electron microscope has the most magnification. The other microscopes in here, bright field, differential, these are all light microscopes that do not provide the highest level of magnification. Question 6. Which tissue in the body contains stored lipids? Choose one best answer. A. Adipose. B. Glycogen. C. Collagen. D. Keratin. Stored lipids are fats, so A is the correct answer. Adipose tissue is fat tissue that's used for storage. Lipids are made of fatty acids. Glycogen is a form of stored glucose. Both of those have the G, glycogen and glucose. Collagen is a connective tissue, and keratin is a waterproof protein that's often in your hair and nails. Question 7. How many chambers does the human heart have? Choose only one best answer. A. 3. B. 7. C. 2. Or D. 4. How many chambers does the human heart have? The answer is D. 4. The heart has 2 atria and 2 ventricles. It's a fairly symmetrical organ with the atria on top and the ventricles on the bottom. Question 8. Which of the following indicates the body's draining of clear fluid throughout the body in order to protect it from infection? Choose only one best answer. A. Pulmonary loop. B. Systemic loop. C. Lymphatic system. Or D. Immune system. Which of the following indicates the body's draining of clear fluid throughout the body in order to protect it from infection? The answer is C. C is correct because this open system of the cardiovascular system is lymph. It is involved in immunity, and the lymphatic system has a draining rather than a pumping action of clear fluid that helps with immunity. The pulmonary loop refers to the closed loop between the heart and the lungs that helps oxygenate blood and remove carbon dioxide. And the systemic loop is the circulation of blood throughout the body. D is incorrect. The clue is the draining aspect of clear fluid refers more to the lymphatic system rather than the immune system. Question 9. Sweat contains waste and helps regulate body temperature. Which of the following are found in sweat? Select all answers that apply. A. Vitamin D. B. Urea. C. Urine. Or D. Lactic acid. The answers are B and D, urea and lactic acid. So vitamin D is synthesized in the skin, but it's not a waste product. And sweat can contain small amounts of urea, which is also found in urine, but urine is excreted by the kidneys through the bladder and not through the skin. Question 10. How does AIDS cause a failure of the immune system? Choose one best answer. A. Helper T cells can't activate cytotoxic T cells or B cells. B. IgE makes mast cells that release too much histamine. C. IgE makes mast cells that release too little histamine. D. Helper cells trick the body into attacking itself. How does AIDS cause a failure of the immune system? The answer is A. Helper T cells and AIDS go together, so remember that. The failure of helper T cells and AIDS is an important point to know for the TEAS. AIDS prevents the body from fighting infections. IgE and histamine are involved in allergies, and the body will attack itself in an autoimmune condition. So again, remember, helper T cells and AIDS and HIV, the body can't fight infections. Stay tuned for part 2. I'll be doing more practice questions to help you prepare for the TEAS. Let me know in the comments which section do you want me to do next. Would you want to see more science, math, reading, English? What are you most interested in? If you need help understanding exactly what's on the TEAS science section, go check out my other video that's a full TEAS 7 study guide, and we'll walk you through exactly what you need to know and how to study it. Until the next video, take care and happy studying.